everything I picked up this week. Starting with toys, we have the Marvel Legends Phantom Rider from the Executioner wave. So this is the original Phantom Rider as described on the back, not his brother. Phantom Rider is a classic Marvel character that was retroactively made into a spirit of vengeance, just like Ghost Rider, because I believe he was even possibly originally called Ghost Rider and not Phantom Rider. So he's part of that overall Ghost Rider lore, which addresses the elephant in the room. He's a Ghost Rider without his ride. So he should have a horse, a white horse to ride along on. He's on the Vulcan body here and is a fantastic base if you're looking to upgrade any of your Moon Knights. I gotta say, this is a pretty out of left field choice for a legend. I mean, he's cool, and I'm happy to have him and that they made him, but he's a cowboy guy. And they've even made Two Gun Kid, and he has some significance to Avengers lore. The Marvel and DC cowboys, I do get mixed up who had who. It's with, no, oh my God. Backlash, is that a DC cowboy or a Marvel cowboy? I don't remember, but I wouldn't mind more cowboy characters. A hat on top of your mask is always a bold choice. Next up is another oddball for Marvel Legends. It's, what is your actual name? That says Dark Avengers Spider-Man. That's not your name. It's I Apaec or something. It's I Apaec. I don't know how that's pronounced. Norman Osborn had 2 teams of Dark Avengers, and this was the Spider-Man on the second team, the Spider-Man on the first team, of course, being Mac Gargan Venom. But this one has 6 arms because he's a spider god, an Incan spider god? I don't remember. He and Norman Osborn escaped prison together, and Norman gave him a special serum that let him appear more human. So this is a completely new 6-armed Spider-Man body. Are they gonna go back and redo the previous 6-armed Spider-Mans? Because those were based on the Amazing Spider-Man 2 Spider-Man bodies. So they don't look right. 6 pinless arms? Wowie zowie. And I like that he has an angry head. So I guess this, I don't think he's wearing a mask even, so this is just his face, if I remember correctly. Next up, you may be noticing a theme. It is the Marvel Legends Iron Man Mark 72 armor. So this is his Mysterium armor, what he was wearing during the Krakoan age, or I guess the fall of Krakoa. So yeah, this is an Iron Man for the X-Men shelf. I don't want to say for sure, but I think they reused some MCU Iron Man parts here. This armor was kind of short-lived, but I do quite like it. I was a fan of the Jerry Dugan Iron Man run, where Iron Man and Emma Frost, White Queen, got married. That was a fun story. I think they should have kept them as a couple. Adding the black to the red and gold just looks crisp. And he's not wearing the Mysterium armor anymore, and it adds to every Iron Man run or near the end of the run, he gets a new super overpowered armor. And then he's not wearing it the next run for no real reason. But on the back here in this picture, that's when Orcus made a bunch of Iron Man Sentinels. Are they teasing something here? Who can say? Next up is Werewolf by Night. Jack Russell looks to be reusing parts from Jackal, but again, I don't know for sure. Oh, he has pins in his arms. Okay, so this is for sure just Jackal's upper torso. He's very light on the accessories, and by that I mean he has no accessories. But other than like closed hands and maybe a closed head, but I don't know what I would give him. And again, I would only have this howling head on because he's a werewolf, man. He's howling all the time. It's Werewolf by Night. Famously introduced Moon Knight to comics as well. And now with Jack Russell, we got Dracula a year or 2 ago. Hasbro just needs to make Simon Garth Zombie and Marvel's version of Frankenstein. And then they'll have redone that Toy Biz Monsters 4-pack, and I look forward to that day. Werewolf by Night and Dracula, those are like, okay, I can see Hasbro doing them, but Simon Garth Zombie and Frankenstein, those are out there ones that would need unique sculpts and everything. But I do enjoy when Hasbro adds to the Marvel monster lore. Next up, we have another, this is a real oddball wave. We have another obscure Marvel character with Warbow. Crystar started out as Marvel wanting to make their own toy line akin to He-Man and whatever. So they made Crystar and the Crystal Warriors, if that's what even it was called. So I had a comic and then a toy line to accompany the comic, and Warbow fills out Crystar's, he's like Crystar's man-at-arms is Little John. You know, that like other male bestie character guy. Man-at-arms from He-Man. This does get use out of that Crystar body just being complete reuse with a new head. and this sash of arrows, but insane pull. I fully did not expect to get more Crystar characters. Next up, we have Enchantress. This is her second release in Marvel Legends, but that older one was years ago now, and I can already tell this looks much better. The previous Enchantress was before they had whatever paint thing they do for eyes now, so she has lopsided eyes, the original one. And you can't do Executioner and not release a new Enchantress at the same time. So now I'll have an Enchantress for my Thor area and one for my Masters of Evil. But where will Skurge go? Which one? Vote here. Skurge goes in Masters of Evil or he goes in Thor villains. Amora also comes with a new magic effect, which has been long overdue. They've been using the same bubbly things for years now. And hopefully with the pinless legs, they'll be sturdier and she won't fall as often. That old one has heels and she falls all the time. Next up, we have World War II Wolverine. So I'm aware Wolverine fought in World War II, and I'm aware there are stories where he's in World War II as well. But is this Wolverine based on a specific story? Because he has these pretend claws strapped onto his hands. So is this from something specific? It sure seems like it. Let me know. But I got this Wolverine to go in my G.I. Joes, just as a fun Easter egg for myself. All in all, this is an extremely oddball wave, but a lot of goodies in it as well. None of them are really characters I see flying off the shelves. Now onto my monthly comic books. I have Batman issue 4, DC KO tie-in Superman vs. Captain Atom, Cheetah and Cheshire robbed the Justice League issue 5. I think this is the penultimate issue. I believe it ends at issue 6. DC KO Night Fight issue 2, Batgirl issue 14, Adventures of Superman Book of L issue 4, Miles Morales Spider-Man issue 41, Fantastic Four issue 6, The Ultimate Universe 2 years in issue 1, so I had a 1 year in issue last year, Ultimate X-Men issue 22, and finally G.I. Joe The Dreadnought War, issue 3 of 5. Really been enjoying the Dreadnought War. Pick of the week is Ultimate Universe 2 years in, because I want to see what Dennis Camp is cooking. Then for trades, I did a big run of getting used trades. So I got New Mutants by Dan Abnett and Andy Lanning, if that's their names, I don't recall. Volume 4. And then The Fear Itself, New Mutants and Wolverine tie-in. It was 2 separate timeline tie-ins. And then New Mutants, same team, but volume 5. I think I'm only missing 2 or 3 volumes of this New Mutants run, and I'll have it all now, from Zeb Wells to this creative team. And then because my local comic store, 204 Comics, was having a sale on collected image titles, I got Assorted Crisis Events Volume 1, because again, I got to see what Dennis Camp is cooking. Now to discuss last week's comics. Issue 1 of the Infernal Hulk was a pretty gnarly read. So this Hulk is ruling over a city made out of the flesh of a dead elder god or something. And at one point he thunderclaps and makes a guy's head explode. It was all pretty gnarly, pretty crazy. The Mortal Thor issue 4, an issue focused on Magni and Blackjack O'Hare as his little buddy. When did Magni and Blackjack become buddies? I do not recall that. I probably read it, but I just don't remember. And Magni claimed the All Power, so he is now Allfather in Asgard, while Sigurd Jarlsson's having adventures on Midgard. On Deadpool has Deadpool just trying to be a hero and save this teenager, but if he gets too damaged, then his healing factor kind of takes over his body and he has to eat some mutants to replenish himself, and then he gets his mind back in control. So it's fun little stakes and reason for him not to get damaged. Then you had Cable, but Cable's been overtaken by the Techno-Organic and Technarchy. He's a mess. This had Trinity return and hang out with Jason again. And originally I was thinking that it would be this Wonder Girl era of Trinity that would get transported to the main DC universe, and then she would be the same age-ish as Damian and John. But now I'm sort of thinking it might be the adult version of this Trinity, and then she would kind of be the same age as Jason is in the main timeline, and then maybe they give Jason a purpose. I don't know. It would be kind of overlap with his romance with Artemis though, so we'll see. It looks like we're starting a Hal Jordan team-up arc now. So this one he teamed up with Green Arrow, and next issue he's teaming up with Batman. So it's nice to see these guys just be buddy-buddy, get into some bar fights. A fun issue. Okay, so Justice League Unlimited had the Terrific 10. They're in hell, right? Power Girl gets taken down immediately. Okay, she gets done dirty 1 issue, 1 week, sure. But then DCKO pulls some crap where, why do they have 32 people in the tournament to begin with if 16 of them are going to do absolutely nothing? Damian was in 1 panel, he's out of the tournament. Connor Hawk shows up for 1 panel, 2nd panel gets eaten by Joker. Joker was giant size. And then Joker also eats Cheetah. I don't think Giant Joker would be able to catch Cheetah because she's too fast. So a bunch of characters got to do nothing. And then Power Girl and Supergirl also got taken out immediately. So Power Girl died in 2 comics in 1 week. Awful. On their own, outside of everything else. Both are solid issues. It's just, yeah, I don't know. Felt wrong. This whole issue of Superman was Lex Luthor explaining his genius plan to Superman to infiltrate the tournament. So it added some context, I guess, to DCKO. This issue of Flash was fun though. It had Bart, Wally teaming up. Classic 90s duo. Fighting Max Mercury. I like the XS, an evil XS showed up. That's the Legion Speedster. This has been fun. So there's everything I picked up this week. Let me know what you're reading and what you want to see reviewed first.